It's the Singapore Grand Prix, where Sebastian Vettel has the most wins here with 5. Who will be lifting the trophy today here at the Marina Bay Circuit? Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. George Russell will begin today's event in pole position, and it's Esteban Ocon in P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Oscar Piastri, Leclerc, Doohan, Verstappen, Norris, Gasly, Liam Lawson, Sainz, Richards, Sargent, Stroll, Teo Porcher, Hauger, Albon, Perez, Bottas, Joe, Tsunoda, Ricciardo, and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. With me today, of course, is Natalie Pinkham. Let's talk about Richards. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances. But what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another good race today.
Okay, so everything looks good on the power unit cycles, so let's concentrate on bringing tyres and brakes up to temperature. Understood, copy that. Okay, copy that. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. P6, you've got P6. Piastri ahead. The car behind is Lawson. Okay, gap to leader, 3.9 seconds. Say that again, we're having trouble receiving you. Gap to your teammate ahead is 2.1 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in third. Your last lap time was a 1:40.5. Overtake button more, it's time to utilise some of this energy, come on. Okay, DRS is now available. Piastri's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Time last lap was a 1:38.3. Right, you're falling back by 1/10 a lap. mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. Damage to your front wing, damage to your front wing. Suggest we box to change it. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, you have 3 stops remaining, 3 stops left in this strategy. You've got 11 laps until your pit window opens. Good work, we're in P4. Our gap to the car in front is 8.2 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Lawson behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Our gap to first place is 10.7 seconds. You've got 10 laps until your pit window opens. Pit window opens in 10 laps. Car behind is Lawson. Okay, push, gap to the car behind, 0.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres, and the time last lap was a 1:40.1. Fourth position, you're in 4th position. Okay, gap ahead is 10.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Gasly behind. Okay, car behind trailing us, 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader is 13.5 seconds. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, we've got a full course caution, the safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta, we need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty. Slow down, maintain positive delta. Okay, we've been informed of an incident which has resulted in lots of loose debris on the track. A safety car is being deployed. Sitting P21, we're currently P21. Okay, that's Lawson ahead of you, and gap to the car in front is 4.8 seconds. They're on fresh softs. Perez behind. They're on fresh softs. Your pit window doesn't open for more than 20 laps. Okay, so the car behind's just come in. They're now on the soft tyre. Soft tyres on the car behind. Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap. Make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Moment, just focus on the driving. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Leclerc is ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 43.3. This is excellent stuff. You're closing in by 7/10 a lap. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Sonoda ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. Okay, we think they've got at least 3 more stops. Time last lap was a 1:40.7. You're closing by 4/10 a lap. Keep it going. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
formula are the rules and the one referring to the fact that this is the top tier of motor racing.
It's never easy to make it across the finish line here in Singapore, but they've done so with some style here today to take a remarkable victory. So, Natalie, what made the difference out there today?
I feel consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance. So let's have a look then at the drivers' standings. Let's focus on driver of the day, Natalie Pinkham. Come on, who do you pick?
Oscar Piastri gets my vote today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. The owner drivers team moved to the top of the table.
Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order.
Well, that certainly was an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.